Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry, I know it's been a few weeks, but COVID raised its fucking ugly head again at work. I've been working like 3 weeks nonstop. Finally had a day off today in like literally 3 weeks. Just wear your fucking mask, people. I don't like getting political because I just wear your fucking mask. How fucking hard is that? Don't give me that bullshit. It's my right to shop. You don't have a right to shop. Nowhere in the American Constitution or fucking whatever it is, or the Canadian Bill of Rights, the Charter of Rights, says you can go into Walmart. That's your right. No. I'm not getting political. It's just I'm getting tired of it. Working 3 weeks, being sick and working 3 weeks straight and then fucking... Anyway, and a rant. Wear your fucking mask. Don't be a baby. So now that I've pissed off a few people, and I don't care, as I said, I'm getting tired of it. Very. I promised you a review of Roberto Cavalli Uomo, and I'm going to deliver. I've worn it for like 2.5 weeks straight, because I really liked it. That much through my bottle now, so I ordered another bottle. I really like it that much. I ordered a big bottle. Jeez, I like it. Well, I'll give you the facts and then we'll talk about it, you know. Again, I'm not going into the accords. You can look all that stuff up if you want to give you some notes, and that's pretty much it. Some notes I pick up that they don't list either, which may or may not be in the scent. So, Roberto Cavalli Uomo, 2016. Top notes are black violet, saffron. Mid notes are honey and lavender. Base is tonka cedar patchouli. A pretty simplistic yet not complicated, but really nice notes that are in a lot of classier scents. The initial spray. Well, this is the bottle. I never showed you the bottle. Beautiful bottle. Like a snakeskin thing going on with a Roberto Cavalli crest. Beautiful bottle. Sprays really well. I'm not wasting spray. I already just sprayed it a little while ago on my hand. This is a box. It's got the snakeskin kind of vibe going on too, with broken leather, whatever you want to call it, brick leather. It's really nice. Highly underrated. I've got a few others by this house, and they're all pretty good. Even the ones I don't really say I don't like, but the ones that I would consider even a lesser perfume are still really good from this house, and they're really underrated. I heard it's really popular in Italy. I don't know, there's shit here in the internet, like playground rules, but that's what I heard. So yeah, it's a warm, spicy scent, but it's really weird. It's kind of like warm and spicy, and that's coming from the saffron. That'll give it a warm, spicy vibe. On the top, it's definitely you get that warm, spicy feel. But the initial blast is almost a cool water, aquatic dew, floral dew type vibe. Which is a couple of notes I think they don't list. One of them is water lily. The water lily is giving it, I think, that cool dew, like water dew, you know, droplets. It's not full-blown aquatic by any stretch of the word. No, it's just got an airiness to it. A cool vibe without being mint. You know, so I'm thinking that's coming from like a lily, a water lily or something like that. And that's the initial boom for a good 10 or 15 minutes. I get a big dose of that fresh, believe it or not. You wouldn't think from all them notes fresh, but that is, like I said, it's like a water lily and a little bit of iris. Giving it that fresh vibe. Like I said, it's 10 or 15 minutes, and that kind of doesn't go away, but it kind of starts playing second fiddle to the violet. And definitely the saffron, the spiciness of the saffron, and that distinctive violet smell. I can't really describe it. Some people say it's gasoline. It's not really. It's kind of got a bit of that vibe in here, but not overly. It's got that distinctive violet smell with the spiciness, the sexy spiciness of the saffron. And that's a good... The opening on this one, usually the opening's over in 20 minutes, half hour. This one seems to go on for about 40, 45 minutes. And then you start noticing a little bit more of the honey. You don't get a lot of the honey. It's just in the background. It's a light, earthy sweetness from the honey. I also pick up a little bit of vetiver. That kind of green earthiness, just a tiny bit in the mid. And definitely powdery lavender. Definitely. It's got a powdery vibe to it in the mid and into the dry down. Which brings me to the dry down. The mid lasts a couple hours again, and the dry down starts coming out more and more, and you get... I don't pick up a lot of tonka. Again, it's not a sweet scent, which is funny because it gets paired to a few, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I get more of the cedar, and the earthiness is enhanced more with a patchouli. It's not the chocolate sweet patchouli. It's more of the earthy, dense patchouli. And the cedar almost is basically a woody base, a nice woody base with a slight hint of tonka. And still powdery from the lavender. Maybe the powdery could become from the tonka now that I think about it. Probably more like tonka in the dry down. Yeah, but it's warm, it's spicy, it's earthy, it's a little bit sweet and powdery, and it's just this nice, beautiful scent with, I'm not going to say great performance, but definitely above average. The projection on me, especially in the first 45 minutes or so, is just almost beast. And then it kind of projects for another 15 or 20 minutes. And this is all a few feet out there. Then it starts slowly coming back, but it never really just bang. You know, in some sense, just come right into a skin scent by the time the top's gone. This one's kind of still stays, you know, a foot out there, foot and a half. It's really nice. I'd put it more on the classy side than the casual side. But with that cooling effect from what I'm guessing is water lily, and the airy effect from it, and the spicy, sweet, not sweet, sexy, spicy of the saffron, honey, which is giving it, like I said, a slight sweetness. It's just, it's beautiful. It's like I said, I even ordered a bigger bottle because I think it's delicious. Some people, as I was saying, I find it really weird. We're comparing it to 1 million arrows, code, etc., etc., etc. I have no idea why. Yes, it's spicy, and 1 million's got some spice in it, but 1 million isn't known for its spices. It's known for its loud bubblegum, almost fucking headache-inducing sweetness. Same as arrows, sweet and loud. Code, not so much loud, but still sweet with that tonka. If I had to compare it to anything, I would say it's more like Fahrenheit. Yeah, just maybe Fahrenheit mixed with a little bit of code, Armani code, with a touch of honey sweetness, earthiness from it. But I don't want it doesn't smell like any of them. If I had to say it smells like something, well, that violet note, very distinctive in Fahrenheit, very distinctive in this. They do it pretty much the same, that one note, but everything else around them is different. So you could say it's got a slight similarity to the Fahrenheit with the violet, which is actually, I guess you could say, because it is a prominent note for the first fucking 2 or 3 hours of the scent. It's a prominent note. Yeah, I mean, but it's a lot fresher than Fahrenheit. It's not this heavy violet gasoline, almost over saturation of it. But it's definitely got that violet note, that distinctive violet note that Fahrenheit has, that a few others have, that this has that note. Again, you're not going to pick this up and, oh, they copied Fahrenheit. No, you might pick it up and, oh, it kind of smells like Fahrenheit for a second till everything else hits your nose too. No, it doesn't. Just, anyway, trying to explain it, having a hard time. It's not Fahrenheit. It's not Eros. It's not Code. It's not 1 million. It's its own thing. It's just that violet note, if I had to compare it, would be to Fahrenheit. So it's got a couple notes in it that they don't list. I definitely get a little bit of iris at the top. Definitely some water lily. Which brings me to the next thing. Some people are calling it a unisex scent because it's floral. I don't get unisex at all. This is a man scent. It's not overly sweet. It does have a lot of florals, but they're done in a more manly way. That heavy violet is, and the saffron, which is a spice, but it comes from a flower. That water lily giving it some airiness. The iris and the lavender giving it a bit of a powderiness. I mean, it's got a lot of florals in it, but no flower bomb is this. It's a man scent. Again, wear what you like, ladies. If you like it, wear it. Cool. I never said don't. So, but yeah. I mean, performance, it's great. Like I said, the projection is great. A couple hours of solid projection out there, and then even 4, 5, 6 more hours of kind of a nice bubble. Then the dry down hits about 7 hours into it, the fire dry down. Then it starts to become a bit more of a skin scent. But I mean, 7 hours. About 8 or 9 hours you could reapply. And you'll be fine. That's everybody's whole day, mostly. I've also heard people say that it's kind of an old man scent. Not at all. Not at all. Compliment factor through the roof, and most of the compliments I got from it in the last 2.5, 3 weeks I've been wearing it have been from young ladies, staff I work with, a couple customers that came in, my district manager that came in. She's all a 30 kid, bossing me around, but she absolutely loved it, and she's gonna buy a bottle. She doesn't have a boyfriend, so I'm assuming she's gonna buy it for herself again, which I said cool. So yeah, I mean, I lost track of the amount of compliments I got. And by that, I don't mean I got fucking 40 compliments. If I had to put a number on it, about 7 or 8. And half of them were from people I work with. Another half were, a couple customers and my boss. So, yeah, definitely. And most of them girls were all 30 and under. So, I think it would be a shocker for a young man to get in high school. I think it would do really well in a high school setting. If you're confident, because it is kind of loud. I go a little easy on the sprays if you're wearing it in high school or college. I typically applied 3 sprays of it, and like I said, it was loud and lasted pretty much the whole workday. So, some people say they don't get good performance out of it. Most people say they get moderate to good, so I'm right on there, good performance. I don't know what else to say. That's it. That's the one. Yeah, so if you like a classier kind of scent, definitely unique in its own way kind of scent. You don't want to smell like 1 million, but you still want some spice. You don't want to be as sweet as Eros, but you want a little bit of sweetness with some nice floral notes, blah, 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 blah. You know what it is. Bang. Definitely a banger. I would positively recommend that one to anyone. And if you don't like it, well, then your nose is broken. Peace and love. Be good to each other, guys.